What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter.
It's blocked from the outside.
Oh, okay.
What? Alice!
Not letting me get out of here very easily, apparently.
You witch! Let me out! Free Kate! Come back, witch!
Okay. Apparently, I can't
Keep your head, Sherlock.
just
This
go
is the only way
back.
to get out of here.
Alright, what would be a way to get out of here? Is it gonna let me?
A
No.
star with an extremely precise carving.
Writings on the wall. Hello.
Moriarty must have set up an astronomer's riddle here.
Astronomer's riddle.
Moriarty must have set up an astronomer's riddle here.
Is that what the metal star thing is all about? Maybe? Okay. Take that. Bring it over here. Okay, so... And then... Well, I can tell what's supposed to be done here. But the question is... in what way am I actually supposed to do it? Oh, wait. I think maybe I was supposed to go to... I think maybe I was supposed to go to this one. Go a little bit past that, and then this is probably the next one. I mean... yeah. I'm gonna just assume that's the next one to go to. Oh, so I'm supposed to... or at least I think I'm supposed to connect all of these without overlapping. So... now I gotta kind of work this forwards and backwards in my head in order to get it right. So, yeah. I'm just gonna skip this for now. Oh, so it didn't even go that far over. I'd have to, like, pause it on that screen for a little while to deduce, you know, completely how that happened and what the actual solution was.
I'll find you.
Find a way out of the crypt completed. Okay. Now what?
Watson!
Holmes, she tricked me.
Where's she gone? Watson, where?
I don't know. She left saying that she had to go and see a lady. A Mrs. Destiny?
Kinds of destiny. She's a boat.
What?
Over there, Watson. She's abducted Kate.
I can't believe it.
She's a lunatic, Watson. She made a room for her dead father, and now Kate is with her.
And the boat seems to be on fire.
They're on the boat! Hurry, Watson!
Why would Holmes not be helping with the rowing at all? I mean, granted, there are only... It's only really one oar.
Hold on to the boat, Watson. Kate! Kate! Where are you?
Kate, I'm here. Just jump. Alice, I'm afraid. I know, but you'll be all right. Look, it doesn't burn. Come on. Ah!
Kate! Oh my God, no!
Ah, go away!
Kate!
I'm a Moriarty. I'm the devil's daughter. I'm cursed. I'm a monster.
What? That does not make you a monster.
Yes, that's why you've always lied to me.
I only lied in order to protect you. You're still so young, my God! Ask Watson.
I was lied to all of my life. Do you have any idea how that feels?
No, because you're Kate Holmes. And a Holmes never gives up. I know it.
What the... Okay.
Yes, he knows. Nothing can change fate. Listen! He allowed George Hurst to kill Lord Marsh, who was already condemned to death by tuberculosis.
I deal with criminals. These things can happen. I raised you differently.
You sent me away! When I'm home, we fight all the time! You're ashamed
Oh,
of me!
jeez.
No! Oh, it's me, Kate. I never learned patience. My own father was the same with me.
It isn't possible to escape destiny! Meryl Butcher couldn't. Her father was a murderer! But Kate, she deserves to live, don't you think?
Kate, don't listen to her.
And Holmes will be murdered himself! I have foreseen it!
Well,
I may be killed one day.
we had
The
somewhat of a
risk that I
roll
take
credits
with my
moment,
word helps to save other lives.
Really?
coming from
And
Kate.
albeit, and Percy Fleming, you save lives! No! You enjoy taking lives! You can't save me either!
I saved you. I adopted you. I gave you everything I could.
How can you trust him? He killed your real father, Kate! Why? Why did you kill him?
It was his life or mine. I had no choice, Kate.
See? Everything is determined! Remember the sign! Our meeting! The ceremony!
Kate, no. How can this suddenly mean more to you than your childhood?
See? It is time! The next life awaits us!
Kate, what sane woman would keep her father's mummified remains? She's irrational.
I don't care! I don't belong anywhere!
Really?
You belong with me, Kate, with family.
Daddy!
seems at least that last dialogue choice was a good one.
Oh, God.
I hate QuickTime dialogue, stuff like that.
She really was the devil's daughter.
Over here! Hurry, the boat's going down!
Yeah, I figured there wasn't something right with Alice. Good grief. Wasn't sure that it went that far.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Jeez, Lou. Way to ramp up the drama at the end there. Although I'm assuming that's the end. Okay, so that is the end, at least, of this game. Yeah. So that was Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter. What? Why is it that the events, you know, related to Holmes and Kate were just so much more tense than like anything else in the game? It's the personal element to it, isn't it? All the other cases, they were just cases. Yes, the people were involved, you know, and you know there might have been some semblance of what was kind of right or wrong or whatever, but like none of it really had the personal touch to it. Yeah. So I do wonder if I'm going to have to mute the game audio during the credits stuff just because of, like, you know, music. Because music has gotten me into so much copyright trouble. Maybe not long-term trouble per se, but, like, I've gotten so many copyright claim notices on videos playing through this game just because of the music. And yeah, that's been a bit of a bugger to deal with. But anyway, I don't want to necessarily skip through the credits. I mean, now maybe I could, but at first it seemed like it was, you know, showing something at least a little bit more interesting than just different pictures. But anyway, oh man. So, gotta say, really kind of wishing I could play more games like this. Were I doing this in my own time, I would have probably bothered with the puzzles a bit more and actually tried to figure them out myself rather than skipping past as many of them as I did. Like that, you know, the constellation puzzle near the end, the one kind of rotating puzzle, actually multiple puzzles in like the tomb for the second case, and just a bunch of stuff like that. I didn't exactly enjoy feeling like I had to skip past those, but for the sake of keeping the flow of the story and the overall investigation, I felt like I had to. So, sorry for not taking more time with those, but I felt like it was a better choice on the whole for the video series. But yeah, and I realize I'm not the most familiar with Sherlock Holmes lore and backstory and other things like that, but the second I saw the name Moriarty, I was like, oh geez. But there's no continue option anymore, which makes sense because I've completed the game. So yeah, the cases. We've got... So this one doesn't really have any stuff regarding clues found, but like, as you can see, there are correct conclusions, and pretty much any other conclusion that you come to will just result in a really overall unsatisfying way to wrap up each individual case. I really don't know if there's a wrong way to go about that final one. If there is, feel free to let me know down in the comments section. But at the same time, I'm glad I was able to resolve that the way that I did in the end, at least, because otherwise, like, it would have just been such a downer if, there was all that stuff going on, all that tension and drama, and it would have just ended with a simple, like, smack to Kate's head by a barrel or something like that. Like, can you just imagine how much that would decrease the tension and the emotion of that moment? Like, good grief. Anyway, so yeah, I do really wonder about playing more games like this in the future, but I don't know how much I'm gonna actively seek them out unless I know there are other people that would be significantly interested in those games and or would have any recommendations. If you have recommendations, leave those down in the comments too. But yeah, geez. On the whole, definitely enjoyed playing through this game, even if there were some moments where it was like, okay, what in the world do I need to do? But eventually I got there, pretty much every time. I don't think I actually had to, look online for any help in any of those particular instances. So, yeah. On the whole, it was complex enough that, like, it had me questioning what I was doing, but at the same time, for the most part, well, I mean, okay, that one I completed flat out, like, no issue there. Albeit wasn't my first choice there. I think Percy was there. So, I don't know. I guess I ran at about 50-50 in terms of whether my first conclusion or, the one that I actually initially felt was the correct one actually was. But the game has a way of checking that built in, so at least you can know whether or not you were correct. And if you feel so inclined, go back and fix it. But anyway, yeah. I've always kind of underestimated, in a sense, I think, my appreciation for riddles, puzzles, detective work, and that kind of thing. I don't usually involve myself too much in, like, I definitely don't want to be one of those people who eventually goes off the deep end and, like, starts watching a bunch of, murder mystery things, trying to see if I could figure out what's going on with them and solve them, better than the people actually working on the case or what have you. Just, yeah. Anyway. All that to say, I enjoyed playing the game, on the whole. Some moments could have been a little bit better, especially certain more action-based scenes. It could have been made slightly more obvious what needed to be done, I think. But, on the whole, again, it wasn't that bad. I enjoyed the vast majority of the game, we'll put it that way. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna just stop talking, otherwise I'm just gonna keep rambling on. And this isn't a game review, so whatever. Just know that if I were to review it, I would give it a fairly good score. Not like amazing, but solid. Anyway, so that's gonna do it, I think. So yeah, as always, like to share if you enjoyed the video, and feel free to go back through the playlist if you missed anything, or if you want others to check it out. There is a playlist for the entire, the entire game, all the cases, the whole playthrough. There's a playlist for all that, so you could share the entire playlist with other people, I think, if, you want to do that and have other people watch it all the way through because you think they would enjoy it or something. But anyway, yeah. And of course, if you're looking for more gaming videos of mine or whatever videos I put out there, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to get updates when I post new stuff. And of course, as I've stated multiple times before, leave those comments down below with other ideas. I do actually look at those because I don't exactly get a ton of comments as of this point, but I do look at comments and I will consider any game suggestions or other video ideas. Of course, if I already have it, I'll be more inclined to go along with it versus if it's a game that I don't already own, I would have to pay for it. Not saying that would completely prevent me, just putting that out there. So, yeah, I think that pretty much takes care of everything. Oh, make sure you look down in the description as well for info on my other social media pages and how to find me there and follow all those. Yeah. So that's it. Not really anything else to say. So, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've all enjoyed watching me play through this game. Yeah, and not entirely sure what's coming up next, but whatever the case is, I hope you'll tune in for it. And yeah, until next time, stay cool, people.